Well, happy second week of classes, everybody. In case you've missed me these past few weeks, my name is Stuart Huggins, and I am the student intern here at the Wesley Center in Chattanooga. And I like to jump over here on Fridays and take over the DBRs for the Wesley Center and send you guys off on a safe and healthy weekend. And I hope you all had a great second week of class. And today is August 22nd, and our DBRs for the day are 21st, I'm sorry. Psalm 124. Genesis 49 through 29, or excuse me, 49, 29 through 50, also 14 through 2. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, 12 through 18. Psalm 138, Ezekiel 31, verses 15 through 18, and 2 Corinthians chapter 10, 12 through 18. And as per usual, I'm going to do a psalm on Friday, like I do every Friday. And the psalm that I'm going to focus on today is Psalm 138, and it goes like this. I will thank you with all my heart. I will sing your praises in front of the false gods. I will fall down before your holy temple. I will give thanks to your name for your kind love that never fails. Also, we will give thanks because you have lifted your name and your word above everything else. When I prayed to you, you answered me. You made me brave and strong. All the kings in the world will thank you, Lord. They have heard the promises that you have made. That is why they will thank you. They will sing about what you have done, and they will sing before your great glory. The Lord is high above the earth, but he can see what people below him need. Also, he can see what proud people are doing. They are far away from him, but he can still see them. You keep me alive when there is trouble all around me. When my enemy is angry, you fight against him. You save me with your right hand. The Lord will do everything for me that he has promised. Lord, your kind love will always continue. Finish the works of your hands. So as usual, I want to break this up verse by verse, explain the verse, and I also want to encourage you guys, if you're watching this, to have this verse in front of you so you can read along with the verse, with the verse line every time I'm explaining something through the verse. So verse 1, so the false gods were the gods of other countries, right? Like Babylon and Assyria. Praises are words that say how great somebody is. So the psalmist here writes about the Lord, and the Lord is obviously a very specific name for God, and it is the covenant name. It is the covenant name for God himself. So a covenant is when two people or groups, or however you want to think about that, agree to something. So here God agrees to love and give help to his people, and his people agree to love and obey him. That's the covenant between God and man. With all my heart is a Hebrew and in English way to say, as well as I possibly can. So verse 2, your name means more than just God or Lord. It means everything that God is. The kind love is a specific and special word that the Bible uses, and it means the love that God has for his people. And that love, well, and then the love and the actions behind the love being it will never finish and will always send help when needed. So verse 3, you've made me brave and strong, is what David would have written, or would write, excuse me. But often when he wanted help, he prayed to the Lord. The Lord has always answered him, right? We talked I think it was my very first DBR, we talked about David fighting depression and things like that, stranded at sea, basically. And it was, instead of giving up, he kind of he didn't just accept the depression, he accepted where he was, that he couldn't get through this on his own, and that he just had to cry out to God, right? So verse 4 and 5, we do not know how these kings heard the promises of God, but they thanked him in verse 4 and sang about it in verse 5. So God has glory because he is great, right? He is he's awesome. So it seems as if he shines as the sun shines. And that's kind of what the indication of glory and the image that I get when I hear glory, just somebody shining like the sun, right? That's what the image that I get whenever I think of glory. So verse 6 is about two groups of people. One group of people that need help, and those people, God is high above in heaven, right? But he can still see who needs help. He also sees the proud people, right? These people think they are so good that they don't need help. They think they've got it all under control, which I think is a very easy human flaw that we can all fall into at some point in our lives, right? So we do not know where heaven is, but heaven is the home of God, obviously. And again, no matter how proud you think you are, God can always see what you're doing, regardless if you need help or if you actually need help or if you don't think you need help, right? So verse 7 is the right hand of God is a Hebrew way to say what God does on the earth. And I think we can translate that to by the power of God that he can do on earth, right? Witnessing that kind of raw power, right? So verse 8, and this is the final verse. So your kind love will always continue. Makes us think of, Psalm 136. Nearly every verse finishes, his kind love will always continue, right? So looking back at what that note on verse 2 for kind love means, kind love is, like I said, it's the way that we biblically describe God's love, right? And the work of hands mean things that God has done on this earth, right? So something to take away from 136 is don't be too prideful to accept help and know when you need to ask for help, right? We're all human, and there are just some things that we can't control. So when you need help, cry out to God, pray to God, and he will answer you. And 2, read more of the Psalms, right? And find out what God has promised to do for his people in these Psalms. Well, all right, guys, I hope that's all I have for you guys today. That closes us out for our daily Bible reading today. And I hope you all have a safe and healthy weekend. And Chat State, you guys start on Monday. So I'm wishing you guys a great first week of classes. And I'll see you guys next Friday. Peace.